everybody, and welcome back to Crafting with Miss Kendell. My name is Miss Kendell, and I work at the Wayne County Public Library Children's Department. With summer right around the corner, I was definitely in the mood for a craft with lots of colors, definitely something different than from all the snow that has just melted. And also, since it's going to be springtime, we're definitely seeing a lot more colors outside. And I was reminded of a very awesome and colorful craft and ocean animal, the jellyfish. So we are going to be making our very own colorful jellyfish today using a common household product, the paper plate. So you'll need a few things to make your own little paper plate jellyfish. You're going to need, of course, a paper plate. I'm using a smaller one, but if you want to make a bigger jellyfish, you just can use any size you want, whether it's big or small. I'm just using a tiny one today. You're going to need some string, scissors. You'll also need something to draw with in case if you want to use that. We're going to be using two different types of glue, the glue stick, as well as some liquid glue. We're going to need some tape and some things to decorate with. I'm using tissue paper today, just a bunch of different colors that I have. But you can use crayons, markers, colored pencils, or even some construction paper if you have that. And I am also using some jumbo googly eyes right here for my jellyfish. But if you don't have googly eyes, you can always use colorful paper, you can use white paper, or you can just draw the eyes on if you'd like. You'll also need an adult with you in case if you need some help. So the first thing that we're going to do is create the body of our jellyfish. So to do that, I'm going to take my paper plate and I'm first going to trim about that much, not a lot, maybe like an inch off the bottom here. So I'm just going to eyeball it. You don't have to be exact with this, but this helps to create a nice straight line for us to use for our next part. So I'm going to set aside that little piece of paper plate. Next, we're going to create the squiggly line that's at the bottom of his body. If you have a pencil, you can draw in the little squiggly line, or if you don't, you can do what I'm going to do, which is just freehand draw with my scissors. Cut a nice little squiggle line for the jellyfish's little squiggly body. I like that shape. If you want more squiggles, you can go more up and down. You can pretty much do whatever you want for your jellyfish body. And now we get to decorate it. So with me today, like I said, I have some tissue paper here, but you can use anything that you have lying around to create the colors of your jellyfish. So to do this, I'm going to take my glue stick and I'm just going to put a nice layer of glue down first in a little section and just start packing on the paper. There we go. And you can even layer your paper as well to make it look like there's a cool design underneath. Go. Let's add another little piece here. So you're pretty much just going to, if you're using tissue paper or construction paper, you're just going to put that all over your jellyfish, and it's okay if it hangs off the edge. You can always just flip it over and trim it off. But you're going to want to cover the whole thing with all of the colors of what you're using, and it'll look something like this. So of course we have our squiggle body and all of the different colors. Next, our little jellyfish needs its legs. So I am using yarn today, but you can use any kind of string you have. You can even use strips of tissue paper or construction paper. But I decided to use string in my favorite color. And with that, you're going to cut a couple little strips of yarn. And it doesn't really matter how many legs you want to give your jellyfish. I think I'm going to do 8 for mine. You can give your jellyfish as many or as little legs as you'd like. Let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what we're going to do now is we're going to flip over our jellyfish to the back, and off of the little squiggly line on the back, we are going to tape the jellyfish's legs. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly do that. And you don't have to make them hang perfectly in a row so they're all the same length. You can make some higher, you can make some lower. I think I'm going to do that so that my jellyfish looks unique and isn't perfect. Right, there's 2. We're just going to keep taping. If you don't have tape, you can always use liquid glue. That works well too. You'll just want to make sure that your jellyfish has a lot of time to dry before you try to pick it up and wiggle it around. Right, there's 4 legs. Let's get the 5th one on here. There's 5. 6. 7. And you know what? I think I'm going to leave it at 7, and I'm going to use the extra string for the next part of the craft, which is to create a little loop at the top so that you can hang it up wherever you'd like. So with that, I'm going to take my string that I've cut and I'm going to make it hang so that the 2 ends line up with each other. I'm going to pinch it in the middle, and with the little bunny ear loop, I'm basically going to tie this in a knot, making sure that that loop stays together. And there we go. A nice little loop to hang our jellyfish up with. I'm going to tape that right on the back here. Alrighty, so once that's nice and taped, we only have one thing left to do with our jellyfish before it's finally ready, and that is, of course, put on some eyes. I'm using googly eyes today, but you can use anything you want to make your eyeballs. You can even use buttons, beads, whatever you want, even some paper. But I'm just going to glue on my little googly eyes. There we go. And the second eye here. And there is our paper plate jellyfish with all of his lovely little wiggly legs. But now you can hang this up wherever you'd like. You can put it on the fridge, on your window, wherever you'd like to show off your little googly-eyed jellyfish as one little eye's drooping. If you do use something that needs to be glued on, definitely let everything dry before you hang it up. But that is how you make today's craft. Thank you so much for joining me again, and I will see you guys next time.